Good morning, everyone, and hello. I just wanted to share some experiences with you. As a little vlog, if you know what I'm saying. This is just a little vlog about life. Well, the worst thing about having Crohn's disease or inflammatory bowel disease is obviously the inconvenience. It's not very pleasant. It's actually quite uncomfortable, because you've got problems with your poop. If you cannot control your bowel, you cannot control anything. You could be in a meeting and suddenly your stomach will go blah, 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 blah. Everyone look at you, what's wrong with this guy? Or even worse, you've got wind that wants to come out uncontrollably. You get into a panic mode. I'm gonna be obviously made into a fool here, because obviously I'm gonna be passing wind in the meeting. The embarrassment is unbelievable. And then the second worst thing, in my opinion, is just you feel like you are always sick. You cannot eat any food. I mean, there are certain foods that you cannot eat, in my opinion. I mean, in my case, for example, there is no way I'm gonna eat something spicy or hot. Oh no, that's very bad. That's probably a death sentence in a way, because your bowels are already screwed, and you're eating more flame into them. You're adding flame into the already inflammable bowel. So I wouldn't advise that. In my case, I don't know, you could be okay with it. I mean, it is an autoimmune disease. It's not really something to do with your food. You can just drink water and you're gonna still have heartburn, and you're still gonna have problems in your bowel. So I think just eat whatever you can, basically, but keep an eye out for foods that really do not go well with you. And this is what one of the foods for me is: tea, coffee, anything with caffeine. And the second thing is obviously the spicy food, oily food sometimes. Oh, the oily food is very bad as well, especially things like you think that they're okay, like croissants. Oh no, you don't want to eat a croissant. That's the worst thing you can do. In my case, very bad. Probably it's like you've eaten acid, in my case. Yeah. Now the worst part is I went to this GP. They said we need a fecal sample, because we're expecting. I actually called them. I said, can we check for Helicobacter pylori, which is a type of microorganism that lives in the stomach lining. It causes the corrosion of the lining of the stomach, the mucus, and then causes like ulcers. It causes inflammation. You don't want that. So I said, can I have an H. pylori test? Now there is a breath test you can take. You blow into something. I don't know how it works. And there is another one which is a feces test. Now I went and I tried to get a feces test, and it's the worst thing you can do, because I already have diarrhea and it's not very pleasant. So you scoop that piece of, excuse my words, piece of shit out. You put it in that pot, and then comes the embarrassing moment of handing it to the GP people, to the general practitioner or the receptionist. Now, for a young man such as myself, you might think I'm not very young, but it's okay, youngerish man in late 30s, to be faced with a very attractive receptionist, and then you're carrying your shit with you in a bag, and then you say, good morning. She's like, hello. And you say, here is my shit. And you hand her your bag of shit. You feel like very bad. I didn't like that, but that's what it is. You know, this is life. She's probably used to it, but I just don't like it. I don't like the fact that I'm handing my shit to people. It's something private, but you have to hand it to people. And it's disgusting. I went to the GP once, obviously. Now this is something I didn't like to share, but I have to share. I went to the GP and he said, we have to do the finger test. Doctor, I said, are you sure you want to do that? I don't advise you. I said, I've been having diarrhea. It's not pleasant. I said, don't do it. And he said, I know it's a sensitive test, but I have to do it. I need to check for blood. I said, is there any other way to check for blood? He said, yeah, we've already done that, but this is a very accurate test and I can see immediately. So then I sat, obviously, on my side, and he put a glove on. He said, "Do you want the chaperone, someone to sit with you?" I said, "No way. Why would I want someone to sit? The embarrassment is already enough by you sticking your finger in my asshole. Why would I want someone to come and watch? I don't understand." So he said, "Do you want anyone to come and see that?" I said, "No, I don't want. It's just me and you. This is going to be between me and you, and obviously you guys." So then he put his glove on, and the guy is quite large, I have to say, excuse my language, but the guy is large, and I thought this finger is quite big. I don't want that finger in my ass. How disgusting is that? But this is a medical procedure. After years of medical procedures, this is what we've come up with. After years of scientific knowledge and advancements in medical technological innovation, the finger test remains one of the latest, the pinnacles of medical research. So he put the glove on, the very thick finger, probably the size of my thumb, and he sticks it in there. Very uncomfortable guy. And then he has to obviously do a little thing. Not pleasant for a man. Not pleasant at all. And then the expected happened. I told him I've got diarrhea, and then a bit of poo came out. Very disgusting stuff. The man was obviously trying to act professionally, but the smell was horrible and the whole atmosphere was bad. The guy was gagging. He said, "Everything seems to be all right." I said, "Let's open the window. I told you." And I said, "I'm very sorry, but I did warn you." He said, "That's fine." He opened the windows. He tied up this clinical bag. Oh, it was a very bad experience, but that's what you got. Anyway, there was no blood, but it's just very bad, very unpleasant. You feel like you're not worth much, and you feel disgusted by yourself. But that's how life is. You have to accept it, and then you get all these medications I have to take. Anyway, that was the story. I wasn't very happy, to be honest. And now I've already done a sigmoidoscopy. Actually, a colonoscopy. They put the whole colon, they examined it, and now I have to do a endoscopy or a gastroscopy so that they can see the stomach as well. So they've already seen the bowel, and now they have to see the stomach. Very unpleasant. But this is another story, obviously, for another day. I'm gonna tell you all about it if you like that sort of thing. But that's my life at the moment. Well, I'll see you later, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've had an idea of how does it feel living with Crohn's disease, or any type of, because they're all related, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, things like inflammatory bowel disease, inflammatory bowel syndrome. They're all very similar symptoms. And obviously bowel cancer as well, but obviously the bowel cancer probably going to be a little bit worse, the symptoms, and a bit more sincere. Well, thank you very much, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. I wish everyone the best, and see you later.